What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I got a quick little topics video for you guys. Now, if you guys did manage to check out my Arkham Origins game review, I stated in that video that I would make a separate video talking about the storyline and exactly certain elements that I felt were very good, and in particularly a very major story twist, which in my personal experience really did upset me, and it was clearly one of the worst things that's happened in the Arkham storyline, at least for these games. Now, for starters, I would like to state off right off the bat that I really did absolutely enjoy this game. Great gameplay, great mechanics, great use of stealth, great upgrade system, great story. However, there were just a couple elements that I think held it back from being a truly great game, and unfortunately, for me, it ends up being the weakest out of all the Arkham games. Now, for starters, going into this game, I simply believe that it would be kind of a final test, a coming-of-age story for Batman. Having Black Mask be the main villain, I thought was a great choice, because if you've seen my Batman top 10s of favorite villains list, you know that Black Mask is my third favorite Batman villain of all time, and you know how I feel about the number 3. So going into this game, I was really excited, and the concept actually made a lot of sense, that Black Mask would make this incredibly serious bounty, and that these 8 different assassins would actually take on Batman and challenge him in multiple different ways to kind of test out his skills. This is perfect, because this isn't going to be the final test. This is the moment where Batman puts everything he has learned up to this point to the ultimate test to see if he can really become the Dark Knight, because up until this point, he's just some guy in a cape kind of running around just beating up people trying to be a hero. So, going into it, everything was working great. I liked the introducing of Penguin and how Deathstroke was introduced at the time, and Black Mask apparently was very menacing in those first number of scenes, taking over the prison and then escaping, then him hiring Killer Croc to be as his personal bodyguard for a time. However, with this, I would like to say I was a little bit disappointed that Deathstroke was brought in as early as he did, and he really didn't even have all that much screen time, despite the fact that they were really heavily promoting Deathstroke, despite the fact that you can actually play as Deathstroke. So I really thought that he would be introduced more. However, they did do a little Easter egg or a little wink to the fans about him being introduced into the Suicide Squad, so I definitely did give kudos to the writers for putting that into the game. Now, everything was going perfectly fine up until the point they revealed the Black Mask Joker twist, and I'm stating this right now, that was the worst thing I have seen happen in this Arkham storyline, because I hated how they made it seem like Black Mask was a coward once again. I hate that. Black Mask is not a coward, and the fact that they said, oh no, it was Joker portraying the Black Mask who actually hired the assassins to take out Batman, that is complete BS and completely ridiculous, and that is something the Joker would not do. Joker is not going to hire someone to take out Batman. Joker wants to do it himself. So they got that completely wrong. There was nothing you could do or say to make me believe that Joker wants to send other people to take out Batman. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, well, you know, the Batman and Joker relationship wasn't established yet, so he doesn't quite have that keen desire to want to take out Batman himself. He just kind of thinks him as a stranger and he just wants him out of the way. No, because that's all wrong too, because we all know that, because this game established that apparently it was Batman who made the Joker who he is. So from that point, that is when the relationship starts. Why would he on purpose take over a crime organization and send other people to go after him? If I was Joker and that just happened to me, Batman is my main focus and I want to be the one to take him out. And it was just so disappointing to see that, because I really wanted to see this to be the game where we finally got to see the Black Mask that is in the comic books, because up until this point, Black Mask has really just been seen as a complete joke, or a coward, or just someone who can't handle himself, and that is complete BS. Period. Black Mask is one of the most deadliest characters in the DC universe, and especially in Batman's Gotham City. And if you don't believe me, I actually left a link down below in the description of a video that I found online, which actually talks about the origins of Black Mask. And once you watch that video and you learn just how deadly Black Mask is, hopefully you will feel the same way as I did with how he was treated in this game. Now, Going forward, I really did also enjoy how they took time to establish the relationship that he has with Barbara Gordon and Jim Gordon. As for Barbara, she kind of actually admires Batman and what he does, and she's even able to hack into his comlinks and actually guides him through a couple of side missions. So I thought that that relationship establishment was great because it shows that Barbara is really good with computers, as she will become Oracle as she is in Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, and how Jim Gordon was first against Batman in the beginning, and at the end of the game, he kind of learns to appreciate him. Now, one villain that I thought they were starting to do really, really well was the introduction of Bane. Bane originally did come to Gotham City originally to challenge the Batman. He wanted the challenge. He was one of those challenge seekers. And so the fact that Bane, and this is going to have spoilers, obviously, Bane was actually able to track down Batman and find out who he was and go to the Batcave and tear it apart was like one of the best things I've ever seen in the Arkham Asylum, because that is exactly the type of character that Bane is. He's not some bumbling idiot, although he turns into one by the end of the game, but there is a reason for that. But I really thought that's where the game was going to end. I thought that the final battle was going to be between Batman and Bane in the Batcave, because now all secrets are out, and Bane now knows how to hurt him on a personal level, and he even almost technically just about kills Alfred, but Batman revives him. But they kind of kill that whole vibe by going back to Blackgate after Batman kind of gets over his own ego thing and starts teaming up with the cops. And Joker, after being captured by the police, frees all the prisoners at Blackgate and sets up this little stupid arena where he says, okay, Batman, this is how it's going to play out. There's going to be a fight. You and Bane, we're going to have a rematch. And here's only one of three things that's going to happen. Either Bane is going to kill you, you're going to kill Bane, or if I remember correctly, if no one wins in a certain amount of time, I'm going to be killed in this electric chair. So you're telling me that Joker may be crazy. Joker may be a maniac. He may be a psychopath and a sadistic sadist, but he is not going to put himself in a situation where he is at risk. He'll never do that. And he won't put his life in the hands of someone else, certainly. So that whole scene made no sense to me. Just period. And really, by the end of the game, they just kind of left it off as a, okay, I'm Batman. I now have the trust of the police, and I now have this kind of biased relationship with the Joker. Now, look, guys, Joker has always been, and will always be to the day I die, my number one villain. But I just hate that the writers feel like they always have to make Joker the main focal point. This is the third time we've had to take on Joker at the end of the game. We had a chance to fight him at the end of Arkham Asylum. We watched him die at the end of Arkham City, and now we got to beat the crap out of him and almost kill him at the end of Arkham Origins. I'm just sick of dealing with Joker at the end of the game. I'm just sick of it. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't have introduced Joker. I do believe that they could have actually introduced how the relationship between Batman and Joker began, but I did not want it to be the focal point of this story, and that is exactly what happened in this game. And I'm going to state this right now. Fair warning to anyone who's going to be working on apparently the next Arkham game, because a good friend of mine on the PlayStation Network, Zaniac, actually told me that they might be working on a sequel to Arkham City. I'm stating this right now. I do not want the main storyline to deal with anything with Joker. Now, it's fair that they can make a reference, or they can make a simple story arc play something to do with what happens after Joker. Maybe what happens to Harley and her bastard child, because apparently she was pregnant at the end of Arkham City and gave birth. So apparently Joker has some type of kid. I'm fine that you could establish that that actually happens and continues on in this world, but I do not want it to be the focal point. We're done with Joker. We've done Joker 3 times, where he is the center villain star. We've done it 3 times. Let's move on to something else, because there are so many great storylines that you could do with the Batman Arkham world. It is so vast and so unique, and they had such a great opportunity to really bring forth one of the most underrated villains in the Batman universe, and they didn't take it. In fact, they probably just damaged his reputation even more, which just mind boggles me. So much so that I was kind of upset after the game, that if you can tell right now, I actually took off, because apparently the little secret package which was in the secret compartment here, was apparently just a switching of the heads. And I took off Joker's head and I actually put on Black Mask. And this is Black Mask. That's who I want to be in this game, and I didn't get him. And Joker's here, so, But again, I didn't hate the story. It's just that one story arc and how they handled the whole Joker thing with Black Mask was just the single most disappointing thing that I've experienced in terms of storyline for the Arkham series storyline. And I really hope that they fix it in the next game if we are going to get a next game. Now, I know that some of you guys may be a little bit upset about this, but trust me, I don't hate Joker. Joker will always be my favorite. I just didn't like how they handled it in this game. I'm just sick of them focusing on Joker. Focus on someone else. The whole Batman universe does not revolve around Batman and Joker. It has so many layers to it. I just hope that they take advantage of that in the next game. Wow, that was a mouthful. Now, if you like this video, please like, comment down below, and please feel free to subscribe so you can keep track of me and my future movie, video game reviews, and topic videos. And you can also press one of the links in the description down below to follow me on Twitter and friend me on Facebook, and I will be sure to friend you and follow you back. And please tell me, how did you feel about the Black Mask Joker twist? I really would like to know if it upset you as it did me, or if you were perfectly cool with it, because I'm really interested. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I will see you next time.